over the trades on the day for Friday, November the 10th, 2023, plus 7,900 in live trade. One of our best trading days in a while as we turned on the portfolio yesterday and we're up yesterday. We underperformed the hypotheticals using some of the same techniques we did to reduce volatility yesterday. We were ahead about 2K yesterday and we're behind 2K today. So it's kind of a wash. Some of the techniques that we used between yesterday and today to reduce volatility, and overall the commodities are down, but the stock indexes are up, and we're going to go over those trades. You can see the ES up 4,600, NASDAQ 5,100, silver 975. Finally got a good trade on silver, and minus 825 on crude. The dog of the week is crude, the way it traded. Stop running. And so let's go over the trades on the day though. Massive volatility at the open that resolved into a really smooth uptrend, and so it was difficult at the open, but then it was resolved. We're on the research platform. We'll go over all these trades, and you can see Tick Pulse trading all the way here to taking this trade here all the way into the close. And the way the market's been trading, the way it traded on the open is a little bit, when you look at this at the end of the day, if you're just observing this data at the end of the day, it looks like a smooth uptrend all day. But if you're trading it intraday, that's certainly not the case. At the open, it was pretty wild and violent. The tape gets wild. The order book gets wild. See a gap up and a vicious move up. And then this move back is pretty vicious intraday on the tape. If you look at these bars, there's a lot of wild price activity. And then as it comes up here, it just really smooths out like a QE type trade, a low VIX QE type trade, and the bulls are trying to resurrect that QE trade, low VIX QE trade, and they're getting away with it. The VIX is at 14, and at the open was wild, but then it moved higher, and so getting back all of yesterday's losses, reclaiming those quickly and running it up at this time of the year with the liquidity, and so it looks like a nice, smooth, easy trade. And it is at the end of the day, but some of the strategies struggled early on. Some of the strategies got short. Some of the strategies like adaptive moving average was long, and then it was short, and then it was long again. And during this time period right here, it seems like it's just going to be another wild day where it then does this, and then does that, and then does this. But then it resolves here, and you think, well, it just broke out those highs, and now it's going to come back down and take out these. Now it's going to reverse on us again. You're kind of in this mode where you're seeing the market always reverse, but then it resolved into the close, and we had a good trading day. So adaptive moving average carrying that trade into the close, plus 775 on adaptive moving average. Like I said, Cobra 3, Tick Pulse, adaptive moving average, and then Tick Wave. You can see here where this opening move here, especially in the S&P. The NASDAQ was stronger. It didn't take out its opening low, but the S&P did. It rallied. It sold off and was divergent from the NASDAQ. Then it rallied again, and then it crashed down here, taking out the lows of the day. Didn't quite fill the closing gap. You're starting to see this a lot where it won't quite fill that gap, but it comes down hard, but it won't fill the gap, and then it rallies. And so a Tick Wave stopped out. And one of the things that I was thinking early on in the day, the best way to trade this market is it always seems to resolve higher through the end of the year is to, if it gaps up, wait for it to take out the day's lows and then look for strategies that are long. If it gaps down, look for strategies that are long. Don't take short trades. Those are some of my thoughts on a more systematic, discretionary, systematic basis, is to go long only, and on gap ups, buy the dips. On gap downs, go ahead and take those long trades. On a day like yesterday, it would not have worked. On a day like today, it would have worked great. Tick Reversal had 2 trades today, going into the close, plus 1875. DTM4 plus 2725. Tick Fader got short, minus 625. Gap fill plus 475, and momentum reverse minus 1225. NASDAQ, this is where I wish we would have had a lot of our NASDAQ strategies from the past in this. Viper has done really well. Viper is one of the strongest strategies that we've been trading. I want to show you how well Viper has done on this. And you can see on a longer term chart, it really looks good. But you can see it breaking out from the end of October, even from here. during October, when October was challenging, October and November, this strategy is up on the NASDAQ. It's up. It was down here at 1375. It made it all the way back to 13. So over about $11,000 or $12,000 in the last 2 months on Viper per contract, which is really good on a per contract basis. Gap continuation had a nice trade. It's been in a drawdown and it's making a comeback here. Robot did not trade today. AT2022 is another one. It got hit at the open. That pullback right at the open stopped it out, and so a bigger stop or getting in on a pullback would have worked. I'm going to test a delayed entry or a better entry money management algorithm on this. And then crude oil lost yesterday, lost today. Got in at a better price on this one, and it still just surged to that stop, and then it came back, but then it surged again. So gold, no trades on gold today. Silver had one trade. We've been trying to lock into this one. It pulled back. We started here, and then we finally got a profit target on this one. Silver metals are weak, and the old trade of stocks higher and everything else is secondary seems to be on as we go into the end of the year. Let's look at our old stock index portfolio 34. Some of the similar trades on the ES and on the NASDAQ, just a lot of trades. I wish we would have been trading this one today. This one is in a $35,000 drawdown. It went down to $70,000. This one went down to minus $70,000. Our old stock index 34, $70,000 per E-mini drawdown, and as of today it's bounced back to minus $35,000. We stopped when it was at a $26,000 drawdown, so would have been nice to pick the bottom and say, okay, it's down $70,000, let's jump in now and have a $35,000 bounce back. We've had a decent bounce back trading what we're doing with less volatility in the account. Here's the indicator that shows what it did today. It was up 20,000 today. This is one of an old-fashioned smooth trend into the close on Friday. Not used to seeing these, so kind of give up hope on these. And besides the choppy open, it was a really nice trade. They got smoother and smoother into the close, and we're just not used to seeing that. So I'm looking for more of that as we go into the end of the year. You can see this on a 60-minute chart. Here was the October highs, and here was the highs yesterday, and it came into that, and it looked like that might be resistance, and it pulled back and punched through that. It's at 15,600. That first 1,000 points here from a couple of Thursdays ago was pretty easy, and then we have two more sets of 1,000 to get to all-time highs at this point, and so it's not hard to project that based on the way this market's trading. I'm not a bull. I think the market should probably pull back and is overvalued, but who can argue with this trend and liquidity? No one is all-knowing, and so all-time highs are up here this is the NASDAQ back-adjusted futures, so it's not exactly, but it's around 17.5, and this is 16.2. So I would think we're going to take out the highs on the year the way we are in this momentum. So you're at 15.6 and you're at 16.2, another 600 points here, and then once you get there, another 1,200 points to the all-time highs. So overall, about 1,900 points, a little over, about a 15% move until the end of the year. Hard to think that a market would move 15% that quickly, but it's moved so fast here, and it did move off the lows, but it just seems to be there's something really strong in the tape that wants to drive this market higher no matter what, and so we don't want to be on the wrong side of that trade. We don't want to anticipate that happening and it happen and then we miss it, and so we're continuing to take our trades, and we may look to add some more NASDAQ strategies. Here are some of the NASDAQ strategies that we look at. DTM4, that was the ES strategy. We traded that. Mag 7 got the long trade bounce, got it. Tick long got it. The go long trade got it. We haven't traded that one. Let's look at the overnight strategies. All these overnight strategies are capturing a lot of the long trades. You get the 60-minute breakouts, and then you get the counter trends. Not many trade. That VSD mean reversion captured the move. The zigzags didn't. Not many counter trend strategies traded today, but the other NASDAQ strategies, VTNQ is one I really want to point out. It's really done well. Let's look at the performance summary for this. I have these charts all going back 7 months, and just look how well this has done since the beginning of October. About as good as any strategy can do. About almost $20,000. So really good results on this trade and on this strategy. You can see all the strategies here and the long trades that they're taking on the NASDAQ. I have many NASDAQ strategies. A lot of these are redundant. A lot of gap continuations are redundant. Vipers and Cobras are redundant. And so my goal is, with my money management algorithms, is to create a signal strength trader for all these NASDAQs and maybe take combine that in a with a degradation algorithm, or trade one contract for every five signals that you get in the NASDAQ. So that'll be fun once I get that. So those are the NASDAQ trades on the day. Once again, these are the trades on the day. We sent out the subscription files for all the subscribers to this today. So if you're a subscriber and would like to be a subscriber, if you didn't get the files, let us know. Those are the trades on the day for Friday, November the 10th, 2023.
Hey, David Bean here. Welcome to Capstone Trading Systems YouTube page. Be sure to subscribe to join our community of algorithmic traders. We are real money traders. We share our winning streaks, we share our losing streaks, as well as market updates, strategies, and coding tips.